Guten Morgen, meine liebe Schüler. It could very well be that this might be our very last video. I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted to go over some things with you with the dative, and I wanted to teach you one more new little thing. Okay? So first of all, I've been looking at your work, and I think what you need to do is you need to do our little column strategy that we did when we were learning the verb in the second position. Remember, we drew a column, and we always put the verb in the second column. You remember that? Way back when we were in the classroom. I think it was even chapter 2. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 columns, and I'm going to do a dative sentence or two and show you how this works. So this is going to be the subject. In German, we call that the nominative. This is going to be the indirect object. In German, we call that the dative. And this is going to be the direct object. In German, we call that the accusative. And we're just going to always do our sentences in that order. Okay? So, ich gebe meinem Vater ein Buch. Okay? So you don't use für. This means to or for. So you don't have to say, I give a book for my father or to my father. This already says that. I give to my father a book. That's all there is to it. And then when you want to change it to a pronoun, then all you have to do is take this and change it to a him. But you're giving it to him, so it's going to be in the dative case. So it's going to be ihm. Ich gebe ihm ein Buch. Piece of cake. All right? Now, he's going to turn around and he's going to give his daughter something. Okay? So, he, right? Schenkt. Now, his, remember how to say his? Sein. That's the first part. And then he's giving his daughter something. The gender of daughter is die. So the dative of die, if you look on the chart, is der. So here's the ER. Okay, and what are we going to give her? A calendar. Okay, remember this, because it's the accusative, the der changes to den, so that en has to be there. Subject, indirect object, dative in the middle, accusative at the end. Just learn it by rote in this order and you'll be fine. We'll play with the order later, but let's just learn it this way. And then in this case, if you wanted to change it to, instead of he's giving his daughter a calendar, he's giving her a calendar. You're going to go to the chart, to the sheep section, go over to the dative, and what do you get? Ihr. Schenkt ihr einen Kalender. Okay? So that's a quick little review of the dative. Hopefully that will help you with doing some of the work, because I've had to send some back because you guys were using für and you were putting this at the end. Follow the pattern. All right? Okay. So now what I want, the new thing I want to teach you today is, it can be complicated, but if you just look at the pattern, it doesn't have to be. You know that when we have a der word, so we're going to have the nominative here, the accusative here, and the dative here. So this order is different than when it's a sentence. This is the order we learned it. Der Tisch, and then in the accusative for the direct object, it changed to what? Den Tisch. And then just now in the dative, when we're changing it to the dative, it's going to go to dem. Okay? So that's for a der word. And that's all we're going to look at right now. Okay? Because what we have to do is we have to look at that fun little question word, who. Okay? This does not mean where. Remember that. Wer means who. Wer ist das? Wer lernt Deutsch? Right? This is the subject of the question. Who, we want to know who it is that is studying German. All right? So that's the wer. Now, what I really want you to notice here is, look at this, what this looks like. So what do you suppose this one's going to be? Right. It's going to be wen. Okay? And the question, how are we going to use that? Well, how about who do you see? You are doing the seeing, so you can't say wer. Who do you see? Wen siehst du? There's a subject, it has a verb, and you want to know who it is that you're seeing. Okay? Now, I bet you can see where I'm going with this, right? If der looks like wer, and den looks like wen, what do you suppose this one's going to be? You're too smart. Wem. And that one is going to be, well, oh, who are you giving the book to? To whom are you giving the book? Right? So you're going to have a wem. You are doing the giving. Right? That's the subject with the verb. And then you have an object. Das Buch. So obviously you are giving the book, right? You're not giving somebody or something to the book. So this has to be in the accusative. So it's not dem Buch, it's das Buch. And you want to know who you're giving it to. Are you giving it to your mom or your dad? Your sister or your brother? Your grandma or your German teacher? Right? So then this is going to be to whom. All right? So if that's all too hard to remember, you can remember it like a million different ways. You can remember it this way because you know this. You can also remember it this way. This is in English who. This is in English whom. And this is in English to whom. If you want to do it that way, fine. You just got to remember it. Okay? There's a quick little exercise in the workbook that I'll put on with this video as homework. I give you, this is tough. To get this wrapped around in your head, to figure out why, it is hard. So if it's too hard and you just can't quite get it wrapped around your head, then just learn it by rote. Wer, wen, wem. And you know when, but the question, of course, is when you use which one. But when you have a question that has a subject, you cannot use wer. Because you can only have one subject. So maybe that helps. And then then if you have to decide between these two, if you have a verb that's geben or schenken, you're going to use wem. Because you're giving something to someone. Here you're not seeing to someone or for someone. You're seeing someone. That's the direct object. Okay? Well, I hope this was clear. I hope you enjoyed your last video, perhaps. I'm looking forward to seeing, hopefully, most of you this afternoon. It's Wednesday. I'm recording this on Wednesday morning. All right? I hope you're all doing well. We're almost done. We're almost done. Can look forward to maybe a little opened up summer. Okay? Take care, everybody. I miss you. See you soon. Tschüss.